In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can do a regression analysis in Excel. I'm going to show you a couple different ways you can do so. And a regression analysis is useful when you want to find out, how much one variable really impacts another, and to find out how strong that relationship really is. In this example, I've got house size in square footage and house price. Obviously, there are other factors that impact a house's price, but square footage is a big one and a big component of that. So I'm going to use a regression analysis to determine what that line of best fit looks like and how much of a house's price, in this data set anyways, the house size can predict the price of a house. So to do a regression analysis, I'm going to go to the data tab, and over on the very right hand side, there's a section for data analysis. If you do not see this enabled, you're going to want to go to your to the file menu and options for enabling add-ins, because these are built-in add-ins available within Microsoft Excel. So once you've got the data analysis enabled, if you click on that, you'll see an option for various analysis tools, and I'm going to select the one for regression. When I click on OK, now I can specify my Y ranges and my X ranges. It's automatically detected them, but it's really important to make sure that we're setting them up correctly. So X is your independent variable. So this is the variable that's not going to change in relation to the other. Square footage doesn't change based on price. Instead, it's price that could potentially be impacted by housing size. So housing size, in this case, the square footage, that is independent. That is our X, right? The dependent one, this is our Y. This is going to be the price. You can think about it as in, why does this value change? It's impacted by this one, our X. So that is our Y range. That's our X range. I'm going to specify that I've got labels in here because I'm including row 1. And now I can just click on OK. There's obviously other options you can specify here if you want, confidence levels, constants, and you can specify those other options, but I'm just going to leave those defaults in place and click on OK. And now it's going to create a new data sheet for me here. And now I've got my summary output. So there's a lot of information on here. Unless you're big into stats, the main things that you're going to want to focus on are going to be your R-square values. And so I'll highlight this in yellow, and the coefficients. So the R-square, what that tells you is how strong of a relationship there is in the data. So if it's more than 0.5, that's a bit of a moderate relationship. If it's over 0.7, then that's a fairly strong relationship. So in this case, there does appear to be a relationship in the data. So 0.057, so about 58%. So that's how well that line of estimation is. So the R-square, if it's a low value, then maybe there's not a whole lot of point in continuing and looking at these coefficients down here just because the relationship is not very strong. So in essence, you may not want to waste your time if this R-square value is fairly low. Anything below 0.5, you may want to consider, ignoring it just because it may not be a very good predictor on its own. You want to look at values or in relationships when that R-square is fairly high. The higher, the better. So anything above 0.5 is, something worth looking at. 0.7 and higher is ideal. So now on to the coefficients. So we have the intercept value and the house size coefficient. So if we're setting up a linear equation to create a formula so we can try to predict housing prices based on the housing size, then our formula, which would be y equals mx plus b from your stats class. So in this case, the b, this is the one that's standing alone. That is the intercept value over here. The one, this m value, this one you can see it's right next to the x because we're taking that m value and multiplying it by that x value, that independent variable, that house size. And so in this case, the m value is the one for this house size here, 213.83999. So if we wanted to create, and I'll key this in here, y equals mx plus b. So if we wanted to set up this linear equation, how it would work is it would look as we're taking that value, 213, timesing it by the x value, and adding the intercept. So let's set this up, and I'm going to copy these values over to the other sheet here, just so I've got them in here. So I've got my coefficients, and I'm going to have them, let's call this my intercept, and this is going to be my M value. And so now I can set up my linear equation to estimate what the house price will be based on this house size. So to set up the formula, I'm going to type in equals, and remember the formula is mx plus b. So I'm taking that m value, which is the coefficient related to the x variable. I'm multiplying that by the x variable, adding the coefficient. And so that's my formula. So mx, m times x plus b. That's my formula. And so as you can see, it gives us an estimate based on those inputs. Now if I copy this down, and so by doing this, you can see that our estimate is indeed climbing along with the square footage, which is what we would expect to see. Now, it doesn't line up perfectly with the actuals, of course, because it is an estimate, and that r squared wasn't, it was moderate, but it wasn't a very strong relationship. So it does a reasonable job at giving us an estimate, but it's not going to be perfect. What we could also do is plot this on our chart to see exactly visually how well it lines up. So what I could do in this case is select this data set, go to Insert, and select a chart. And I'm just going to pick a simple line chart here, which is going to do the job. So I'm going to right click, select the data. And I don't want the housing size as my series. And instead, I'm going to edit the horizontal category axis. So my label range is going to be these values. Click on OK. And so now you can see it lines up with the square footage. And now we've got a chart that shows us basically what this trend looks like. We've got our estimate in green. We've got the orange being our actuals. So we get an idea of just how well that goodness of fit is. It's not going to be perfect ideal, but it gives us an idea of the strength of that relationship. Now, another way we can calculate this linear equation is just by using a simple formula. Now, if you did not want to have all this extra data, this statistical information, then what you could do is just use the line estimation function, line st. And here we're specifying our known y's and our known x's. So our known y's is going to be our price, y, and then x. Close this out. And by doing so, now you can see we've gotten those coefficients. I'm going to delete this chart just so we can see this. But we've got that first value, that 213.8399, that lines up exactly with the house size coefficient. And then 191,405, that lines up with the intercept. So if you don't want all that extra data, you can just use the LINEST function in Excel and put in your known y's, known x's, and it'll spit out the same sort of data that you need to make your estimates and your forecasts in Excel. And then it's just a matter of just plugging those values into here and then doing your calculations as you would. So that's how you do a regression analysis in Excel using both the data analysis option and the LINEST function. Hope you found this video useful, and if you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.